Hey guys, this is Neely, and I am unfortunately an LA Chargers fan. It's been a tough year, 5 games in. But today we're going to be talking about how to actually create your very first page using the plugin Elementor. It is a visual builder and it makes life so easy. So we're going to jump right in. So the first thing to do is actually install the plugin. So mouse over plugins on the left, go to Add New, search Elementor, click install. If you guys want to see other info about it, remember, click the title there. It will load when it wants to load. See screenshots, other cool stuff. When it's done installing, click activate, and then we're done. So let's go ahead and jump to our page we want to edit. So click on pages in the left-hand menu, click directly on home, and we're going to click Edit with Elementor. Now, if you haven't used it before, it'll probably be up here. It'll look like this without all that jumbly-gook. But Edit with Elementor, you'll click it, and let's get to the visual builder. Now, by default, you're going to be met with just a blank page and all of these options on the left-hand side. Now, say you're not the most creative person, you don't really have that eye for design, that's all right. Elementor gives you guys basically a template library, a starting off point, a jumping off point to kind of go. Don't really look at what the images and stuff are for. So even though this says homepage restaurant, if you really like how this looks, that's fine. Use it. You can update any of the images, any of the text yourself. You would just click insert and the whole page gets replaced with this template. But we're not going to do that. We're going to create ours from scratch. I'm going to keep it pretty basic. It's not going to look aesthetically that great when I'm done with it because I'm not really focused too much on design, more so the functionality itself. First thing we're going to want to do is click on Add New Section. We're just going to create like a header type image itself. So you want to mouse over the new section we created and click this little icon right here and choose Edit Section. Now I like to go ahead and do stretch section so it's a full width. Let's head over to style, and I want to make sure that we have a nice little background image there. So we're going to click on normal, click this little art brush, and then go ahead and click image. Let's do this pretty view. Cool. So now it's there. Now I want to make sure that it stays where it stays put when any other content is scrolled. So you can do fixed. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute once we actually have content there. You can mess with the position if you want it a certain position, if you want the top to show more, the bottom, right, center, so on and so forth. Size, if you want it to cover, if you want it fixed, things like that. Background overlay, if you want a specific, just like a color to darken it or lighten it. I'm actually going to darken it a bit so that way my text stands out. Maybe. There we go. Cool. So I'm not going to add another image, of course, but I'm going to add a color so that it's a bit darker, a little less dark. So that way when I add text, it'll show pretty easily. There's also other cool things too. Shape dividers are pretty cool. If you want it to have a different breaking point. Can't really see much now, but yeah. So I'm going to add some padding too, so that way it's not so small, especially when I start to add my content. So you're going to go over to advanced. I'd like to unlink these because I don't want really mess with my right or left unless it's for a specific reason. I'm going to add in my content. Cool. So I can go ahead and do that. If I want to show up on certain things, I can do it there too. But for the most part, I'm just doing that. Now I can even make it fit to screen if I want to and see how it's fixed like that. So fit to screen, it's going to just fit whatever screen shows. So I really don't even have to touch this if I don't want to, guys. We're just going to make it fit to screen. Makes it look nice and pretty. What a beautiful mountain. All right, so let's add some content. So click on the Rubik's Cube up in the top here, and then whatever content you want to add, just go ahead and click it and drag it over. And then it'll get replaced with this section. So I'm going to do welcome to my sample site. You can create a link if you want to create a link on that. Size, large, extra large, H1. You want to H1 in every single one. Alignment, I want it centered, right, left, things like that. I want it centered. Cool. Go over to style. Again, style is pretty self-explanatory. You change how it looks. So text color, let's make it white. Typography, if you want to mess with the text itself, different sizes, I can make it super big or not so big. That's fine. You can change fonts if you want. Weights, make it bolder, super bold, and that's super bold, not bold, or super light. I want to go with just the 400. If I want everything to be uppercase, I can do that. Different styles, line height, letter spacing, or text shadow if I want text shadow, but I don't. Cool, so that's what I have there. I'm going to add just a bit of text here. Cool, so there's my text. You can't really see it, so let's style it. Head over to style. All right, now I want centered. Cool, we're gonna make this white as well. And I wanna make it a bit bigger. Basically here I'd have my super awesome tagline. Cool, and then a call to action button. So back to the Rubik's Cube, guys, and then click button, drag it over. Sometimes it's a little finicky, so you have to play around with it. So there's different automatic types of colors itself. I like the info is blue, kind of matches my background there. You can change the title, click for more, make a link there, you can center it, make it left aligned, right aligned. Cool. You can add icons to it as well if you'd like. So it's a WordPress site. So I'm going to you can just search WordPress. There's all sorts of other ones you can do too, but we're going to do that. And then typography, if I want to mess with that more, if I want to mess with the color of it itself, like maybe I want to make the text color change when I highlight over it. Cool. So I changed the text color on hover here. So now, all right. Then there's animation. So if I mouse over it, it does something. So that's push. There's all sorts of other cool ones too to kind of make your site pop. The more interactive to an extent your site is, the better and more engaged users will be. That's basically all I need to do for that. I don't want to mess with that too much. I want to keep that kind of simple. Click for more, just quick little welcome, and then my tagline, and go from there. So let's add a new section. So scroll down, click add new section. You can choose whatever template style you want for the structure. So I'm going to do just kind of the split. Now see how it's pretty much up there. You kind of have to give it some padding, give it some room to breathe. So same thing, edit structure there. Go over to advanced, unlink them, because again, I don't want to link everything. Let's do top, let's do 40. Bottom, let's do 40. All right, so now let's add some content. I want to add some text here. Perfect. Again, just doing sample text. This is the same type of builder as you'd see in the normal WordPress site with all your different icons and stuff. So if you want to make this bigger, different heading, you can do that. I'm just going to give this more text. All right. If I want to style it, I can style it, of course. Do all sorts of different things. But I'm not. I want to keep it simple. And then I want to add a pretty nice image over here. So I just go back to the Rubik's Cube, click and drag over image. And then you're going to click on the image itself right here. And then choose what you want. So if I wanted this one, always too, guys, you guys want to add your alt text here, this is basically what Google and other search engines read because it can't understand images. It's not that smart. So you give it a little description. I'm going to be pretty basic here. And then, well, bam, it's there. So you can add a caption if you want. You can change the image size. You can create a link, alignment, same type of deal. You can also create a pretty cool entrance animation. So if, again, that interaction, make it do something. So let's see. Rotate in up left. That was pretty cool. There's all sorts of stuff. If you wanted to roll in, what about light speed? Cool. I dig it. Let's do it. We're doing it. Can do the duration, how fast it is, other cool stuff, but we're not going to get into too much there. All right, so done with that section. Pretty easy, guy. We have our main header. We have some more information. I want to add a new section. Let's do this third section. So it's kind of by threes. Again, gotta give some room to breathe. I kind of wish they do it by default, but they don't. So here we are. I gave it some room to breathe by hitting the structure and then went over to advanced, unlinked, added some padding there, add whatever padding you're wanting. Now let's add some content. I want to do icon boxes. Now you can do an icon box or you can do image box. I don't have that many images already on this WordPress site, so I'm just going to do icon boxes. Those are just these. They're pretty popular as of right now. So you can keep going and clicking, or you can also go mouse over this little pencil icon and click duplicate widget. Now, if you want to move it around, you literally just click on it and drag it. It's that easy, guys. And now I have a cool little icon box. You can obviously change the icons if you wanted to. I'm going to make this an anchor. Let's see. Let's make this a bank. Why not? Obviously, update your heading, middle heading. Update your content. Create links if you want. Icon position. If you want it to be different. Style, you can update the styles, the colors, the hovers, and obviously entrance animations themselves. I'll keep it pretty basic here. Cool. So now we got this. Now, I don't really like the white on white, so we're going to change this color just a bit. So we're going to go back to the edit section, go to style, click the little art brush, and let's choose a color. Let's do like an off. Cool. So now we got that. Yeah, let's do that. So my color seems off. I really want that blue, but I can't really read that gray. So let's change it. So go back and click on it. We're going to go to style. I'm going to go to content. We're going to have to go to typography under description. It's the bottom left here. And from here, we can update the color. Same thing with this one, style, content, update that color. Cool. You can always save it too when you guys are done in the bottom left. As soon as you save it, those changes are live on the site. So now, cool, let's see what else we can add. Obviously, click the Rubik's Cube to see what else we kind of want here. And now maybe I want to add a testimonial. Sure, let's do that. Let's do a little 2x2 testimonial. Or actually, I kind of like this view, so I want to kind of duplicate it here. So again, mouse over it, click duplicate section. Obviously, I don't want it one-on-one, so you can click and actually drag this down. So this is here, but I want to make sure that this content's switched. Perfect. So now I got this, the text box, the little middle. I want to change this image. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that better. Let's do this. Let's do a new section here. And now maybe I'm a brick and mortar and I want to get people to my location. So I'm going to add the Google Maps element. Now it's going to default to the Coca-Cola factory in London, which is pretty cool. I'm going to stretch it so it's full width. But yeah, so that's done there. So now we got, it's a pretty basic site, but it's a site. Welcome to my example site. We have our header. We've got some information here with the animations. Quick little 3-line guy here and down. Now, if you really want to arrange things differently, literally just click it and drag it where you want. So maybe I want this to be there, you know. I want that to be there and then it to go down. And then there's my map, or I want it somewhere else. I'm going to have to change that little white thing, little brush pattern. Shape divider. There. Cool. So that's the site itself. You guys can kind of mess around with all these. There's all sorts of different cool options on here, like different alerts. Add your own HTML, add sidebar widgets if you want, tabs, progress bars, lists, image galleries. It might be nice to add an image gallery in here somewhere. If you guys want to add a section in between it, mouse over it and just click the little plus sign and add new section. And then if I want to add my image gallery here, I would click that, choose add images, and I would just choose the images I want to add. And go from there. Cool, insert gallery. Then I can make it if I want to get rid of some images, I can just go ahead and click them like so. There you have it, guys. That's just the quick tutorials. Now, if we go to this site itself, the changes we've made are live. So you can check it out yourself. Got the cool little animation. This is sliding in, that's sliding in, little gallery here, and then where to find us. Cool. So we're going to have more for you. This is just a brief tutorial on how to actually use Elementor itself and create your very first page. See, it's not that hard. It just takes some practice, takes some getting used to, and takes maybe someone just showing you how to use it. We're going to be releasing more tutorials as we go on. We've got a podcast that we're going to be kind of talking about WordPress and everything involved with WordPress and business, things like that. And just make sure you subscribe if you want to keep going with this. If you guys have feedback or comments, add it below. We'll make sure we respond to as many as we can. But thanks for watching and thanks for listening, and have a kick-ass day.